Welcome, New South family, to the official 2026 Heart of the Southern 16 bracket reveal. I am Scottye Moore, accompanied by the general manager herself of New South Professional Wrestling, Allison, Leigh. And Allison, what a H.O.S. we have this year.
I'm extremely excited for this H.O.S. Everything is lined up to be a big show. It's really worked out for everybody.
But before we get into the tournament matches, we know we always go all out on our non-tournament matches as well. Of course, we know this is going to be a historic H.O.S., but a couple of gentlemen who made history earlier this year are none other than the Talladega Knights, capturing a history-making fourth reign as tag team champions.
Well deserved. I mean, those guys go out there, put everything out on the mat. They do what they have to do to win. You know, as a rep of theirs, I have seen that, and I admire that gumption.
But they have most certainly the biggest test of their fourth title reign forthcoming on H.O.S. Night 2 as they go toe-to-toe with two former H.O.S. entrants in the form of Bang and Matthews.
Oh my gosh, those guys, I have loved them since they started. I've repped for them many times. They are so freaking talented. I can't think of a better tag team match to have. It's gonna be awesome.
But to take things from the current tag team champions to some former tag team champions and our first round H.O.S. matchup, we gotta talk about the Big City Bandits, former tag team champions, but for months have been at each other's throats. Saul Wright and Izzy Byrum, of course, all culminating at We Love Pro Wrestling in that devastating unsanctioned match, which unfortunately for many people saw Saul Wright coming out victorious.
Yeah, I mean, they fought and scratched in that one. As you know, I was the ref. I have thumbtacks in my knees, in my head, and my arms. They are out for blood.
But Saul Wright immediately began to look towards the future and look towards H.O.S. right after that matchup.
You know, it's funny because I look at social media. I look at these little dirt sheets that all these little Mark fans got around here, and they're talking about, they like to talk, you know? They talk about how Izzy's gonna put me in the dirt in Priceville, Alabama. They talk about how Bobcat is gonna put me out for good, you know, like how I was talking, when I was talking my mess, I said he had to find something to hurt me, to put me out, and I told y'all that it didn't exist. I told y'all that there was nothing out there that could keep me down for long, and boy, I was right. Because I took my best friend's head, and I put it through that canvas, and I proved to you, I proved to the bosses, I proved to my teachers, I proved to everybody that I'm not a mistake. I proved that I am the man that I say I am, and that's why come H.O.S. It doesn't matter who they put across from me. It doesn't matter if it's Nick Gage. It doesn't matter if it's Tyler the Wall Stevens. It don't matter if it's Izzy Byrum, because I'm going all the way. I'm getting my orange jacket. I'm getting my little bottle of whiskey. I'm getting my little belt buckle. And I don't care if it's Big Dave. I don't care if it's Derek Neal. I'm going all the way. And I'm going to be New South Heavyweight Champion because I am the Southeast Slasher, Saul Wright!
Well, strong words from Saul Wright heading into H.O.S., but he has quite a contender waiting for him in the form of the young gun, Grayson Pierce.
Yes, good booking on my part, I have to say. Grayson is a young up-and-comer, looks like a star. Saul's in for it, or maybe Grayson's in it from Saul for how he's been on a warpath.
I mean, Pierce has been waiting for his opportunity to really make his name here at New South. And a first-round entrant into H.O.S. is no small bananas.
Absolutely not. Definitely well-deserved. What a star.
But unfortunately, for the man known as Izzy Byrum, his night only went from bad to worse. After losing that match to Saul Wright, he got a little bit of an introduction into what's going to be awaiting him in the first round of the H.O.S. tournament.
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. You want me to talk? All right, fine. To say I'm not happy with tonight's results would be a real understatement. But you saw what it took. You saw what it took to put me down. I don't think anyone can do it again. You know, I really don't care who it is. I don't really care what they have for me on the first round at H.O.S.S, because you can't do to me what just happened to me. No one can do it again. I'm coming in for nothing less than to get everything back that I lost tonight.
Simple! Oh! Yeah, you don't care, Bobcat, huh? You still care who you got in H.O.S.S round one? Because it's me! Listen, Bobcat, you never cared. You never cared, Bobcat! Listen, there's a reason I fired you from Dragon Kai. Because you never cared. You don't care about nothing and nobody but yourself. Get up! Get up, Bobcat. I'll see you at H.O.S.S.
It's the leader of Dragon Kai versus the man who says do or die, Izzy Byrum versus Aaron Wade in the first round of the H.O.S S tournament.
Boy, we'll see who wants to teach a lesson there. Usually it's Aaron Wade, but Izzy looks out for blood, has been through a lot. He might be the teacher or the sensei on that.
Yeah, but unfortunately you can't ignore the sensei's accolades, claiming titles all across the Southeast, including the TWE Undisputed Championship. But we go from a former TWE champion to a current TWE Gig City champion, a man who has not been seen in New South for 4 years now. A man who preaches KOBK in the form of Shawn Campbell.
Oh yes, we are very excited for his return. The fans are excited. That is gonna be a blast.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Shawn's return to New South is looking to be spoiled by a man who, as much as I hate to say it, may have had one of the best rookie years in New South history in the form of the Iron Raider, Connor Martin.
Oh, Connor. I thought you were gonna say Jake for a second. I remember this. Connor, yeah, you know, just dripping oil all the time, just showing up late in the ring, you know, surprising everybody, but he's good. It's annoying.
That's the unfortunate thing. Connor Martin most certainly deserved that rookie year that he claimed, but unfortunately that begat quite a little bit of an ego, as we saw when he discussed Shawn Campbell in the H.O.S S tournament.
Oh, yes.
Shawn Campbell, let me introduce myself. My name is the Iron Raider Connor Martin, and I just had the greatest rookie season a wrestler's ever had at New South Professional Wrestling. And because of that, I am now in the greatest tournament in the Southeast, in the United States, in the world. And I got you, one-on-one. I don't care how long you haven't been here. I don't care where else you do. I don't care what tag team you're in. I don't care if you're part of some KBO or some crap like that. I don't give a damn. Because when it's me and you in that ring, I'm gonna beat your ass like a little Cherokee drum, baby.
You are in for a long night.
Well, it's going to be a rough night for Connor Martin indeed, where he's going to learn at H.O.S S he's only got two choices, kill or be killed.
I think he'll be humbled.
Absolutely. But, of course, in addition to that, we just saw him, the former champion Big Dave Weaver, a man who has been at odds with the Kings Road Slayer Derek Neal. Basically, ever since Derek returned, he made it clear there is a target on the back of Big Dave Weaver, and he made good on that promise at We Love Pro Wrestling when he defeated Dave for the New South Heavyweight Championship.
That was rough to watch. Dave was in no condition to fight, but he is the champion's pride. So we all saw Derek claim the title in a really surprising turnabout.
And then, of course, we moved on to Southern Hostility in Arab, Alabama, where Dave came out with a victory, but not the championship.
No, and he did have some words for me after that.
I'm sick of this shit! Where's the general manager of this fine establishment? Allison!
Hey, I'm trying to do some tape study.
I'm glad you can sit back here at your desk on top of another desk. Did you see what happened to me out there? I got screwed out of my rematch for the New South title. I want Derek Neal and I want him now.
It's wrestling.
I want him at the next show.
How about this? Since you're so mad at each other, Let's do a cage match.
A
I think
cage
people
match?
would enjoy that. It's going to be April 4th, though.
April 4th, that ain't soon enough. Hey, you mark me down for the cage match. I want every bit of the Kings Road
I don't
Slayer
know
in
if I've
the
rooted
cage.
for you on the
But
card.
that ain't soon enough!
Okay.
I want him now.
Wait, let me...
I want him tomorrow. I want him in about 10 minutes.
Okay. Oh, I have an idea. Check it out. Okay, H.O.S S, right?
Hoss.
At Florence.
Yep.
We always do a high noon showdown. It's
Okay.
a tradition.
Okay.
You get where I'm going with this?
I think I'm catching
Team
what you're
Dave
laying down. Team
versus Team Derek.
Team Derek.
You get to pick your people. He gets to pick his people. You can settle it there and bleed and whatever you got to do, and people will be so happy about that. What do you think? You want both matches? You want to do both? We'll do H.O.S S?
I'm in!
Okay.
God damn it, I'm in!
Get a pencil you in for that. Back to my keep study here.
Well, two landmark announcements right there from Allison and Leigh. Not only at Millbrook Mania will we be seeing Big Dave versus Derek Neal in a steel cage, but at H.O.S S Night 2, the high noon showdown, it is going to be Team Dave versus Team Derek to see who goes into that match with that momentum.
And I have to say, the High Noon Showdown is always a great surprise. You never know who's going to show up in there, so that will be very fun for the fans.
That's right, some big non-tournament matches heading into night 2. Another one just confirmed is going to be for the New South Women's Championship as Caitlin Marie returns to face off against easily one of the biggest obstacles in her way in the form of Sammy Chaos.
Ooh, yes. Sammy versus Caitlin. Caitlin has a bit of an ego right now. Just got the title in a controversial way. Now she's got to answer to Sammy.
Of course, remember the last time we saw Sammy Chaos in a New South ring was by going face-to-face with a woman that Caitlin Marie knows all too well in the form of the vampire baddie Ravenna Vain. Now, of course, we know Ravenna has her eyes on that New South Women's Championship, but for now, she also has her eyes on H.O.S S.
Yes, I could definitely see how she's miffed. She has had a great year here at New South, victory after victory. Caitlin stole it away.
Absolutely, but before she can get to Caitlin, before she can get to that championship, and before she can move forward, she has to get through the first round of H.O.S S, where she has quite an obstacle in her way in the form of the unwanted son, Casey Owens.
Ugh.
And Ravenna Vain had quite a few words for Casey heading into that matchup.
Round 1 of the H.O.S S tournament. Casey Owens. Now, Casey Owens is a wrestling genius. Casey Owens is aggressive. He is rabid. He is an animal. He's everything you don't want to be standing across the ring from in a first round match. But adversely, Casey Owens is standing across the ring from Ravenna Vain. And not just any Ravenna Vain, but a Ravenna with a chip on her shoulder, with a rage in her soul, and that is very dangerous for anyone standing in my way. I'm not underestimating you, Casey. That's impossible to do. But what I am doing is going through you and anyone else I have to win this H.O.S S tournament. I may have been granted my match with Caitlin Marie, but you can call that H.O.S S jacket my insurance policy. I am still destined to hold that championship, make no mistake. But the path to get there just got a little more interesting.
Well, Ravenna Vain with quite the chip on her shoulder heading into H.O.S S after that New South Women's Championship tournament. But let's not forget, there was another woman in that tournament who's going to be moving on to H.O.S S in the form of the trash panda, Rita Raccoon.
Oh, I know I'm not supposed to be biased, but I love Rita. She had a rough night at We Love Pro Wrestling, too.
Had her entire tail ripped off, wasn't exactly the best, but also kind of an interesting entrant here because this is a year of all first round entrants to H.O.S S, but let's not forget, All Stars, she was supposed to make her H.O.S S debut before being attacked backstage, but now has a shot at redemption.
I heard she has some theories, too.
So why don't we hear from Rita Raccoon?
You know what? Last year, I almost had my chance. I was supposed to make my debut, but no! Somebody had to come and take me out. But not this year. Not this year. Not this year! Because I'm on to you, Bosby. You and me, brother. It's gonna be a good fight.
Well, strong words from the Trash Panda and quite the accusation being thrown against Tim Bosby. I mean, let's not forget it is a little bit convenient. Rita gets attacked on night 1. Bosby shows up night 2.
I will say Bosby seems like the type. I don't know. Not to point fingers, but...
Well, why don't we go from a former tag team champion to someone I consider the former tag team champion, the longest reigning tag team champion in New South history in the form of Dump Sanders, a man you personally recruited to this year's H.O.S.S tournament.
Dump means so much to Alabama, to wrestling, to me, to everyone in this locker room. It's like any request you want to give, we're going to grant, especially being in H.O.S S. Everyone will love that.
He's on a quest to do what he's never done, and H.O.S S is just the first step, but he has quite the obstacle in his way because most of these H.O.S S opponents are having to face one person. But when you face someone in the Rockmasons, you're always going to have to deal with double trouble.
Yeah, you know, you gotta be careful what you wish for. This is how it shook out. This is probably what the people want to see.
How did Jake Franklin and Rodney Rockchild, how'd they even make it in H.O.S S?
Honestly, they just show up and they're like pests. It's like I spray them and they won't go away. So I was like, let's have Dump beat their asses.
That's a fair point. And earlier today, I sat with the Rockmasons to get their thoughts about the heart of the Southern 16.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Scottye Moore backstage here with none other than the Rockmasons, as Jake Franklin has just found out his first round opponent for the 2026 H.O.S S tournament in the form of Dump Sanders. Jake, what have you got to say about this?
Dump Sanders? That's who I'm facing? Well, all I gotta say is the wrong partner retired. And come H.O.S S, I'm gonna snap his leg and I'm gonna retire him and go on to the next round of H.O.S S. Ain't that right, Rodney?
That's right. Well, actually, speaking of your partner, Rodney Rockchild, I am here to, of course, announce your first round opponent as well. It's going to be none other than the Wall, Tyler Stevens.
What the hell?
What? No!
Rodney! Ah!
Jesus.
Get out of our way. Come on.
We're going to get that changed.
Well, a massive landmark announcement, because now we know we're not only getting Dump Sanders versus Jake Franklin, we're also getting Rodney Rockchild versus the Wall, a battle of behemoths in the first round of the H.O.S S tournament.
Oh, yeah, no, my money has to be on the Wall. He's had an impressive year at New South. Everybody loves him. He's unstoppable. At We Love Pro Wrestling, every single person beat up on his poor knee, and he still came out victorious.
I think it has been a banner year for the Wall. Let's not forget, last year at the H.O.S S tournament, nearly became the New South heavyweight champion. Tyler Stevens easily a big favorite heading into this match, despite having never been in it before. And that's really the big story behind this H.O.S S tournament. Nearly every single competitor has never stepped into the hallowed halls of H.O.S S before, with one exception.
You want to tell him?
Well, of course, we saw back at Southern Hostility that fatal four-way. Sean Christopher, Cruel, Tyler Franks, and Jamison Shook competed for that final opportunity at the tournament. And of course, the man known as Jamison Shook took that opportunity.
Shook was very impressive last year. I don't always love his attitude, but damn, he is a good wrestler wherever he goes, so he will add something to H.O.S S for sure.
And not only that, he decided to call his shot immediately after that matchup and let us all know what was awaiting him in the first round of H.O.S S.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 16th and final H.O.S S entrant, Jamison Shook! Yay! First things first, to every single person currently chanting Shook, you can kiss my rectum. I didn't need any of you to get this far, and I'm not gonna need any of you to win the heart of the Southern 16 tournament. Oh, but there was one more condition, wasn't there, everybody? I get to pick my first round opponent. There's a lot of, shut up. There's a lot of options to pick from. You got Rita Raccoon. I can wrestle Aaron Leigh. I can wrestle anybody in the field that I choose, but the problem being, I've already had who I wanted since the first H.O.S.S entrance announcement. What are those letters? Can you say those letters? What are the NDK? I don't have a sister, old man. Sit down. It's funny because if you look at Jameson Shook's past 3 weeks in the history books, I've kind of become the new breed of deathmatch wrestling. No matter who has stepped up, John Wayne Murdoch, whether it's Hoodfoot Metal Atlas, Dr. Redacted, I don't care if it's Matt Tremont. I have wrestled them and it has just risen my stock higher and higher and higher. And now we're here. And I'm not coming just for any man. I'm not coming for any king. And I'm not coming for anyone who claims to be the god of this stuff. I am coming for Nick freaking Gage. MDK, get ready to learn 48-25, buddy.
Well, folks, we know Jameson Shook, no stranger to death matches, now looking to make a name for himself, challenging the king of the death match. It is going to be MDK versus Shook at the heart of the Southern 16.
This is what I like about Shook. He's a rascal, but that is ballsy, you know, to go right after Nick Gage. We are going to love to see that. It's going to be a banger.
In fact, I think all of H.O.S.S is shaping up to be a banger. It is always a banger, one of the biggest weekends in all of the New South calendar, so please do not miss it. March 27th, March 28th at the beautiful Singing River Brewery in Florence, Alabama. It's time for H.O.S S.
Oh, pale moon rising over the pines, come, Lord, away until the sun does rise. Lead a day by the door. I don't care if sun don't shine once more. That's what I say.